Hello, hello! This is another update video for my massive project. I've been working on this for quite a long time. I've lost track of how long I've actually been working on this, but it's pretty big. I should probably turn on the lights first. There we go. That is the power system, and this is the project. I'll start on a demonstration of this. I'll go to diagnostics and I'll show you the automatic system. And I might show you a little bit of how it actually works. So first of all, just some simple stuff. I'll explain how it exactly works, but for now I'll just give you a demonstration. It's extremely laggy too because there's a lot going on. I'll show you the actual workings too as well later, just to show you how big it is and why it's so laggy. That is 1 1. What I've done is I've input 1 to the x coordinate and 1 to the y coordinate. I've gotten 1 1. Reset. Reset. Oh yeah, there's a. There we go. This will turn on all of the lights at once. Ah, nah, dang. That's just 7-7. Oh, I messed up. No. Oh, no. I need to. Oh, that was my fault. I need to disable one circuit. There. There. You have an output. Export to the screen, and there we go. Alright, because that enabled it and disabled it. Okay. It's really fun just to watch all the lights go across the screen too. That's really fun. It's also really fun to see it all kind of washed away too. Just of how it's wired. Oh, that was just a quick demonstration of how it works. A few of the controls. I'll of course show you how it works later once I'm done showing all of the different controls. This I'll probably get to last because that is the updated thing. That's what I've been working on since the past update video. I'm gonna stop saying update so much. Anyway, here's the diagnostics room. Oh, I forgot about that too. I'm not sure if I'll get to that. That is the panic room, by the way. Now I wrote this twice just because it's really important. If any of the selector levers are on, or ship's functions, if this lever or any of these levers are down, yeah, don't do anything in the diagnostics room. It'll most likely break a couple of things. It's just not good. If this light is off, then don't use any of these machines. If it's blinking, you know you screwed up because you used diagnostic system while one of those are on. Anyway, get onto the diagnostic system. You can diagnose each individual system here, or you can do full diagnostic. That gets really hard to say after a while. Diagnostic. Here's a kind of loading bar here. Do full system diagnostics just to figure everything out. There'll be a couple blinking lights. This light right here will blink. That's just part of the diagnostic system 1, RC1, IC1. It's the reset circuit 1 and input circuit 1. As these lights go on, you'll know that they're working. There is a bug I've encountered where the IC1, this one won't work, or the IC2 really. It's since I put in the automatic system, but when you do the individual systems, wait for that to reset. If you diagnose the individual systems, it turns up as fine. Yeah, you see the IC1, it's working. I'll fix that in a while. For now, I'll just record this and upload it to Minecraft Planet. You can see that works. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, these two lamps work by, as you push that shows that the diagnostic has started, and when this top lamp has turned on, it means the diagnostic has finished. I can see power system IC2 and RC2 are all working correctly, even though full system diagnostic says it doesn't, which doesn't make much sense. The way the full system diagnostic works is it diagnoses each individual one. It basically pulls the lever for you and just does it one after another. That's basically how that works, so there really should be no difference between the two. But I'll probably get to it eventually. I've shown you that. I guess it's time to show you the automatic system. This is a little control board that you can quickly do an automatic system, but to control the automatic system, I'm just gonna call it the AS for now, because saying automatic system gets really tiring after a while. Controlling the AS is done through the center console here. Oh yeah, and there's this massive not LED board, just kind of, yeah, indicator, switch board, whatever you want to call it. It's just, I need to fill in a lot of these spots too. I'll probably fill in a few of them with the automatic system. I haven't done that yet. I've actually just finished troubleshooting, fine-tuning all the little timings, stuff like that for the automatic system. If you want to check out that, it's all this ironwork here. So, here you can, so basically, I'll explain from the start. There are two different pieces of memory you can record to, and you can initiate a sequence from either of them. What the AS does is when you press the initiate button, there's one here and there's one there. It'll take a program from one of two different memories, and it'll just automatically sort them out and have one on there. I have one recorded and one not recorded. So from here you can load from either 1 or 2. I don't have an individual lever for this one. If you want to go to loading from 1, you do that. Loading from 2, you do that. Same for recording. Right now I have 1 loaded. I think 1 is the one I have something on. I think it is, yeah. So you can either initiate it from that button here or quickly from this button here. You can also have little indicator lights. When that's off, it says it's from system 1. When it's on, it's from system 2. So all you have to do is push this button and you'll see the system work by itself. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention these. These are actually been really helpful. So when you input a system coordinate into the X, it puts it in here. If you input it into Y, you can put it in here. I forgot if that was in the last update video. I'm not entirely sure. But as you can see, full board, just as I did earlier. Did it all for me. I didn't have to mess with the controls at all. It was just a push of the button. I did toy with having the idea of having 3 different memories, but that would have been a little more complicated. And while the whole aim of this is to be as complicated as possible, I really didn't want to do the work at all. I really didn't want to do all that extra work. Yeah, I just wanted to get done. And besides, there's not really much room for second memory. I'll show you once I show you the insides. But the AS doesn't actually have any reset systems built into it, so you have to manually reset the board. Oh yeah, I'll explain that once I get to the how to control that. I guess it's time to show you the, oh wait, no, there's the hallway, right. Getting a bit turned around. There's a lot of stuff to show you. There's a lot of stuff since the last update video. Through here is the maze of hallways, the main aim of the control board. This is a door lock. Can't control it. This is a doorbell. And this just closes the door. Okay, so this is the system of hallways. As you can see, it's quite a lot of hallways. It's going to be a lot more complicated than this, a lot more hallways, twists and turns. I don't really have any rooms set up for now, but I'm getting there. This right here is just structure blocks 1, 2 for the hallways. That's how I got so many, just kind of copy paste it over there. So one thing I'm pretty proud of is this secret entrance. If you flip this nice secret entrance comes out using slime blocks. This actually looks really cool. I'm really proud of that. In here is a little prison cell block. Raw cod, bread. In here, there's actually a little stories in kind of each cell, except for that one. No one likes that, so. John's remains, John forged confession. And actually, if you look in this cell, in the chest here, you'll see a stone sword and a note saying to John better watch his back. That didn't exactly work out too well for John, as you can see. And here, this room is just filled with cobwebs. I might add a spider spawner in there eventually. I'm not sure if I will, just because it's a bit of a hassle to deal with spiders. And it's more lag loading more entities. In this one, you can see a spoon, smooth stone, bunch of gravel, and if you pull back the bed, you can see that are suckers, prisoners. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you that subblock. This is why there's no prisoners here, is because they all escaped through the tunnel, and John died too, so that's that. This one, Plan F, minecart, Plan J is a TNT. A Plan Z, this one is definitely gonna work. It's a kelp block, just, I don't know. It's just kind of funny. That's why there's a kelp block in the tunnel. That's really the only details I've kind of added, is that. Also, if the power is not on, or the lights are off, this will not work. The lights connect directly up to there. It's because this works off of a updating piston, quasi-connectivity. So once this is off, this clock goes off, and it's not able to update that piston. There we go. I've started to work on this kind of engine room here, but I'm not exactly the best with building. I've actually asked the help of a friend. Her name is called Nadia. I've left a little sign there. You can read that if you want. Yeah, I'm definitely more of a redstone guy than an actual just building guy aesthetic wise. I mean, I can build some pretty okay looking stuff, but yeah, I'm not too good. Anyway, oh yeah, this used to be a little cycling machine, but it's completely off. I should probably just kind of cover this up so it doesn't look so horrible. There we go. This wall is going to show some stuff from that control board. I think it's time to show you how it works, or show you the general workings. Yeah, I'll just show you the general workings first. This is the main maintenance door. You have door button, door switch, SSFW stuff. Oh, I'm not used to talking this much. I need a glass of water. This is the entire building, entire redstone device. This big thing is what I've most recently added. That's the automatic system, as I showed you earlier, and we can actually program one into the bottom one. So this is big. It's taken up a lot of my time. It's definitely it's my pride and joy. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's been fun. The main purpose of it was to basically make a big complicated control board, which I think I've done pretty accurately. Basically, if someone were to watch you control this device, they wouldn't have any idea what is going on. That was one of the goals of it. Another, a big inspiration was the TARDIS's just control board, you know, that kind of center console. And in fact, the original iteration of this actually had a little kind of 5x5 area right here that had a bunch of like levers and switches and buttons on it, until I had this actually bone block right here is part of the original thing, and I think part of this floor, and this this kind of LED redstone torch display, that was all part of the original device. And then after a while I started expanding onto this device more and more and more, until eventually I figured, you know what, screw the center console, I'm just gonna expand on this. So I destroyed all of the back workings, rewired them, got rid of this whole thing, and I just kind of started expanding on since. Anyway, I've talked too much. It's time to show you how to actually work this thing if you want to know. So, first of all, what you're first going to want to do is input a X and a Y coordinate. How you do that is you select your X and Y coordinate through these three levers. This works in binary, so 1 is 1, 1, 0 is 2, 1, 1 is 3, so on and so forth. And if you're not sure how to do binary, you can just kind of guess with these levers until you get your eventual answer. This right here controls X and Y. If you're gonna want to go into X, you can see that shows that you have a X coordinate. You switch this up to switch it to the Y coordinate. Oh god, my English is not good right now. Oh boy. Okay. Anyway, there's your Y coordinate, and this is the most simple stuff. I'll explain a lot of these other things later, after I finish the most basic stuff. Once you have your X and Y coordinate, you're ready to output to the screen. Jeez, lag. It's really laggy when you're recording. Not sure if you knew that. Now you have a little lamp on there. What else? If you wanna add multiple. Oh yeah, one thing, never output to the same block twice, because that is what the SSFW is for. That's this little lamp here. Secondary systems alarm, secondary systems failure warning. If you do, here I'll just yeah, that goes on once. And actually, if you go over to the indicator room, you'll see there's a secondary systems failure minor. It's a minor right now because you can fix it with a simple reset break. If you pull that, that should fix it, and it does. The reason it's minor is because if you input again, so we input 1, we get the light on, we input again, it turns off, and you get a minor systems failure. If you put it again, it's a major systems failure, and you can't fix that with any of these levers. You have to manually go in and fix it by yourself. And actually, when you do press that, when you do have a major systems failure, as I will do now, yeah, that's not good. This lamp will turn on, indicating the brake circuit has turned on. The brake circuit, when that's on, you can't do basically anything. The only thing you can do is ships functions, and even that you have to disable the reset system 1 X coordinate. One of the ways the brake circuit works is it messes with the reset circuit, and that which helps prevent any signal from going onto the screen or just being inputted in general. If this gets so annoying and you want to turn it off, I believe it's 2. Is it 2? The 7 ships functions are lined up right here, so ships function 7 is the maintenance store, 6 is ships functions, that turns it on and off, 1 is the safe room, 2 is secondary failure systems alarm, and 3 is disabling the lights. I guess I'll show you that later. I was just saying that a lot. What's this? Safe room protocol activated. Oh, I forgot I put that in. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, when there's a major systems failure, I think... Does that turn on? Oh no, that's just a bug. I should put that in though. I might. Also, when you have a major systems failure, the maintenance door will automatically turn on. That's what this is. When that light turns on, this door opens, and you can only turn that off by that. But since we still have a major systems failure going on, that is still going on. Do I have... Yeah, let's put down. So, put on ships functions, and since the brake system is on, that's a way to bypass that. Then, input. That gets rid of that. That turns off the brake circuit and that annoying beeping. Even when the secondary systems failure warning is disabled, it still shows up here. So you still know when there's a systems failure. So we're gonna have to go in and manually fix it now because I intentionally put on a thing. That secondary system failure warning has actually helped me a ton in putting in the automatic system, because with like random stray stuff in the memory, inputs it twice, 3 times, and it lets me know I can put on the brake circuit. Anyway, this is what happens. I should actually show you a full kind of how it goes from regular to minor to full-on major failure. That is reset now, I believe. Yes, it is. Okay. So when you input X and Y, this is the secondary this is the IC2, input circuit 2. When you put that on and you have an X and a Y coordinate, a signal goes through and it pushes these 2 blocks that way. Now, this redstone wire will go off to the display, and everything from here on that way is to detect whether or not this is how you want it. So, oh dear. Let's say we have... That's what it should... That's fine. That redstone wire goes off to the display, and when you want to reset it, just press that lever. Now, let's say you input it once, now you input it twice. This is minor. As you can see, when this redstone wire is on, it's a minor, go off. I'm not sure why I mentioned that. This is minor because if you input it again, it becomes a major systems failure. This, yeah, you can't fix this anyway. You have to manually go in and... Oh crap! I didn't mean to do that. Oh no. Crap. Let's go. Okay, yeah, that's fixed. If that happens on a full scale, like if what I had before, you have the whole screen on, if that happens and a major systems failure happens, you're basically screwed. You have to reset each and every one of these. I'm gonna reset that. There we go. Yeah, you'd have to go in each individual light and fix that. You'd have to fix that 49 times because this is a 7x7 grid. Another thing to mention, the X coordinate is normal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that way, but the Y coordinate, the way it's wired, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, rather than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 going from bottom to top. I realized it was like that way into production of this whole thing, and I figured it's way too much work to fix it, so that's how it is now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anyway, Yeah, I should show the how to input an automatic system. Okay, so we have the first one recorded. I'll show you how to do this whole thing. This right here is the initiate button. Put that in right now. Probably spelled wrong. I don't think it is actually. So if we're recording to the second one, we are going to put that down. We're going to be loading from it too eventually here. So I want to make sure that's completely clear. So when this is recording to, this button right here, this clears it. So since we're recording to the second one, we push that. That's completely cleared the second one. It should. It clears it if none of these are on. If none of these, if there's no secondary input circuit, nothing on. Because how it works is it takes that input and records it. Which is why it's definitely a much easier thing to do with two people, because you have one person stationed here and one person stationed there. You communicate between each other, but because, and this is a Realm server actually, I'll show you really quick. This is a Realm server. Yeah. But right now it's just me, other than Nadia, but she hasn't been on too much recently. It's definitely much easier with two people. That's basically just what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we're recording to number 2. We're going to want to record in the first slot. This works in binary 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, so on and so forth, all the way to 7. So if we, let's just record us putting on that first dot there. Actually no, let's do something more interesting. Let's do, I'll show you it first, and then I'll, oh yeah, by the way, you can see the recording to number 2. Orange circuit. Yeah, that's basically what we're going to be putting into the system, is a 3x3 kind of grid. So first what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to disable orange circuit and put that on. So now we have to go all the way back. You can see why this is much easier with two people, so you don't have to keep going back and forth. It is really quite annoying. Okay, so recording to the second one, recording to the first slot, then here we press that down and it's recorded what we have up there into the second memory system into the first slot. Now what we want to do, and right now it is slightly buggy. I think I fixed out all the bugs, but again, I could be wrong. There could be something else that goes wrong with the system when you use it. Hopefully I fixed everything, but it gets quite, the timings just have to be so exact that sometimes something weird happens, maybe how you have the controls on. Yeah, anyway, so we've recorded what we have here. Now what we want to do, we want to do it into the Y, so we just flip that, and we're going to record that to the second one, again in binary, 1, 1, 0, record. 2. Now that we have that, I'm gonna turn, when you are recording this, I would definitely recommend turning off the primary circuit lever first before you do anything else, because if you do other stuff, it'll start messing with the internal circuitry and it just doesn't really work very well. And also, unless you are changing the X and Y coordinate, I'd keep this down between different things because it's another slightly buggy thing. I'm not entirely sure. I have to research it more. The system is so complicated that it takes a while to figure out a bug, and it takes a long time to figure out how to fix it, just because there's so much stuff happening. So now, everything should be up now, other than power system and our coordinate. Disable orange circuit. We can probably turn that off, yeah. Now turn that lever on, and that goes on. By the way, if you activate this and the reset circuit, RC2 and IC2 at the same time, that can cause a minor systems failure. But I've implanted a thing where if this is on, this doesn't work, and if this is on, this doesn't work. So if you're trying to reset this and it's not resetting the board, make sure that this isn't on. That's just another side note. I've had a lot of just like, for a full half an hour of just, why the hell isn't this working, and I realized I actually have that lever on. I haven't noticed. It's actually why I put those two redstone lamps there. Okay, now we're going to want to record to the third one. 1 1 is 3. Record. Now we should have our system. When you also, again, when you're initiating this, make sure this lever is not on, because when this is on, it'll only record to one coordinate. It won't record to both. That's another thing. That's probably a pretty easy fix, I think. I might do that eventually. We'll see. Reset. Okay, now we need to load from 2. We could use this one. Yeah, that button and that button over there do the same exact thing. You can see it's working its magic. Please work. It's working. Boy, it works. Oh, you have no idea how many times I've rerun this and have something go wrong. Yeah, it's been working recently, which makes me really happy. So now we have that automatic system. We can reset this, and we can watch it all go again. Initiate. It's just really fun watching it work by itself without you even touching the levers too. It's really fun. You can tell I really like this. It's really fun. I've been working on this for a while, and once something works, it's a really cool moment. Oh boy, I think that covers just about everything. There's the panic room. I have shown that in earlier update videos, and I really just don't feel like showing that right now because it's a bit of an arduous process resetting the whole thing, because it's not very resettable. Once something happens, it's not on. You need to turn that off. Okay, there we go. My basic goal with this whole thing is, this whole control board is eventually going to control this big set of hallways. Certain hallways they're going to close off. Again, I'm taking a lot of inspiration from the TARDIS from Doctor Who, but it's not exactly like it. So we're going to have certain hallways cut off, certain hallways opening, certain rooms are going to appear and disappear at will. So for instance, one thing I have here, we go back in, you'll see this whole hallway just has been cut off. If you had never known there's a hallway here, you'd think it just goes here and ends. That's basically the idea with it. It's going to have a ton of intersections that just open and close at will, and rooms. It's going to be big and it's going to be complicated. That's what that whole control board is going to be controlled. Some aspects are going to be controlled in this hallway too. Some are going to be completely random. Here, let me reset this so I can actually get through. This is the Snow LF for Nadia. This whole thing is going to be very, very open. It's going to be another random setting. It's not going to be controlled with the control board. It's going to be very rarely open, like a 1 in 30 chance. So, yeah, I think that covers just about everything. Goals, how to work it, demonstration, new things. Yeah, there are a few things I might need to tidy. Oh dear, sorry about that. There are a few things I need to tidy up. I think I need to connect the door overrides to the indicator light. I'm just looking at the different things here. Yeah, a lot of the. I'm not sure if I did actually show. Did I? Yeah, I don't think I ever did actually show the ship's functions in any of my other update videos or like demonstration videos. Oh, no, I don't think I did. Anyway, I think I'll just show that then. So this is ship's functions. If we turn that on, this right here doesn't matter when that's on. The ship's functions basically is a secret 8th coordinate basically. So it's a secret 8th Y coordinate. When that's on, you don't have to mess with this, it automatically turns it on. We'll start with, one is the, I'll just show you the thing. One is the safe room when you input that in. And that's not working. Okay, I'll fix that later. Yeah, it's supposed to come out near this little thing. Oh well. Reset that. Alright, it used to be when I reset the circuit, all the ship's functions would go off at once. So I've kind of, you have to have that off to reset it. So, 2 is, oh, I already showed you 2, turns on the SSFW. 3, turns off the lights, but it still enables power. I hit the wrong button. I hit the reset circuit, not the input circuit. Anyway, oh yeah, as you can see, all of the lights have been turned off. But power is still on. Power still works. This power system, it's not just the lights. Here, I'll show you. That's another kind of aspect of how I could have made this entire thing infinitely more simpler. So here, this is part of the power system. This line goes here and it feeds into each one of these. If I wanted, I could have easily just had a redstone torch on each one of these. Or, you know, something like that. But I didn't, just because of how much more complicated it makes it. It's just another kind of added level of complexity. I'm saying complex a lot. Again, English isn't my strong suit right now. I'm not used to talking this much. So if the power isn't on, you cannot upload to the display. This display isn't powered, basically. I'll show that to you right here quickly. I think, yeah, power will come off once you turn off that. Reset. So I'm gonna turn off power, it'll turn off the lights. And also the automatic system won't work without power on. But if the lights are off, but power is on, automatic system, you can still program. So, we can do, so 1, yeah, you can see there's no output. This light basically says you have an X and a Y and you can output. There is no output because the power isn't on. If I can press this as much as I want, nothing is gonna go through. But if I put power on, there we go. Ah, crap. I didn't actually mean to do that. Reset. There we go. That's finally it. Okay, I've said I think it's finally it 3 times now. I think this is actually all of it completely. That was the full system. I hope you enjoy it, hope you download it, hope you have fun with it. I've certainly been having a lot of fun with it. It might have to do with I've built it and I know a lot of how to work with it, how to control the whole thing. But you know, have a go at it. Try and learn it if you want. It's definitely very complicated. I put a lot of signs up mainly for you to help, just to help you control it. Oh yeah, this is the brake circuit. That's another way to turn it on. Yeah, I definitely go for it. Thanks for checking out my creation. See you later.